Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, Dandavat Pranams to all the devotees. Thank you all for joining in for our Ekadashi special session today. So, we'll start with prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swakadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Dushe Namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tada Lai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Mande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Paramanandamadavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Meeshwaram Hari Om Tatsat Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the verse we're going to study today, the next 3 days. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadato sankirtanaikapitaro kamalayayataksho Vishwambarau Dvijavarau Yugadharma Palau Vande Jagat Priyakarau Karunavataro. So Ajanu Lambita Bhujau. Bhujau means whose arms extend to the down to their knees. Sankirtanaika Pitarau Kamalaya Taksho, who has lotus eyes, whose eyes resemble lotus flower. Sankirtanaika Pitarau. That means who inaugurated, right? Pitarau means the father, right? Who's inaugurated the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Vishwambarau, who's a maintainer of the entire world, the maintainer of the living entities. Dvijavarau, right? Dvijavarau means the best of the Brahmanas. Who are those two? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Dvijavarau, two people, right? Yuga Dharma Palau, one who was actually establishing the religious principle for the age, right? This age is called Kali. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Lord Krishna himself, who's established himself in the age of Kali to establish the religious principles and also to inaugurate the Sankirtana Yajna. Vande Jagat Priyakarau Karunavataro. Karunavataro means the most munificent of all the incarnations, right? Ajanulam Bita Bhujau Kanakavadato Sankirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksho विश्वाम्बरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ. So this is part of Chaitanya Bhagavat. This is the first verse of Chaitanya Bhagavat. So I'll be sharing this in our festival group after this session. So let's quickly do a little bit of Harinam Sankirtan, and then we'll go on to NOI verse number 9, and then we will go on to study important verses of chapter 8 of the Bhagavad Gita, and then we'll do one round of chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's the schedule for the day. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Asaktarishadarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hari Haraya Rama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Nitai Gorango Bolo Gora Hari Jai Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Gora Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Jaya Balagopal Jaya Balagopal Jaya Guru Parampara Jaya Guru Parampara Jaya Guru Parampara Jaya Prabhupada Gurudev Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol. कलियुगपति पावन हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय. कलियुगपति पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. All glory to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glory to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glory to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Jai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So we will start with nectar of instruction. Today we are doing verse number 9. So yesterday we completed till verse 8. So let's move to verse number 9 now of nectar of instruction. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So let's move to verse number 8 of Nectar of Instruction. So let me share my screen. Sorry, 9th verse of Nectar of Instruction. Okay. So we already seen the first 8 verses. We saw the first verse is talking about Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, who can make disciples all over the world. So whoever is able to control the 6 urges. And then we saw in the second verse, we saw about the what are the 6 things that actually help one advance in devotional service, and what are the 6 things that actually are detrimental to devotional service. And then we saw what are the 6 loving exchanges between devotees that devotees relish all the time. And then we saw the distinction between Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, and Kanishta Adhikari. And then we saw how one should respect Uttamadhikari, how one should offer respect according to the level of advancement of the devotee. And we also saw, when in doubt, always give respect to all the people. And then we saw the distinction. We saw how the Madhyamadhikari, or sometimes even the Uttamadhikari, comes down to the level of a Madhyamadhikari in order for the purpose of preaching. Because Madhyamadhikari has to have the 4 essential characteristics. What are those 4 essential characteristics? To be able to avoid the envious, to be compassionate to the innocent people, and then to, of course, worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and befriend and make friends with the devotees. So those are the 4 characteristics of Madhyamadhikari, right? Kanishta Adhikari, right? It's all on the basis of Shraddha, right? So Kanishta Adhikari, he's got faith in the Lord. However, he does not know how to interact with devotees. He does not see the Lord being present as Paramatma, and how by serving the devotees of the Lord also we can please the Lord, or that is even a better way to please the Lord, by simply serving his pure devotees. And Uttamadhikari is the person who is a pure devotee of the Lord, no doubt, but such a person actually thinks that everybody else is a better devotee than me, right? In such a case, how can such a person actually preach, right? So we saw that. And then finally we saw how one should not see a devotee from an external perspective. One should not just like the Ganges is full of mud and foam and bubbles and all that, but still the Ganges is pure. If we go to Mayapur Dham, definitely we will take bath in the Ganges, irrespective of externally whether it has got dust or foam or mud or etc. Right? Similarly, one should even if a particular devotee may have a defective body, or may have a dark complexion, or maybe born in a Shudra family, etc., etc. All those are externals. One should not judge a Vaishnava based on his external appearance, right? Knowing very well that this particular devotee, whatever state he may be in right now, he is dear to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Where will I get this text? NOI verse number 9. Oh, okay. That's Chaitanya Bhagavat. I'll post it in the group. Yeah. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah. So now we are going on to the 9th verse of Nectar of Instruction. Right. This is a very, very beautiful verse. This is going to give us the hierarchy. Even within the spiritual world, there is a hierarchy, right? Like we have in the rasas also, we have a hierarchy, right? First and foremost, we have Shanta Rasa. Then little better than that is Dasya Rasa. More closer, more intimate than that is Sakya Rasa. More intimate than that is Vatsalya Rasa. And more intimate than that is Madhurya Rasa. Like that we have in the rasas also we have such kind of gradations, right? So we are going to see today what is the gradation in terms of the spiritual world, right? We all know that Vaikuntha is the starting of the spiritual world, right? Vaikuntha means there is no kunta, there is no anxiety, there is no janma mrityu jara vyadi in the spiritual world. But even then, right, here Prabhupada actually explains in the translation and purport a very beautiful description of the hierarchy of the spiritual world, right? So, Vaikunta janito vara madhupuri tatrapi rasotsavat vrindaranyam udharapani ramanat tatrapi govardhanaha राधा कुंडम इहापि गोकुलपते प्रेमामृता प्लावनात् कुर्यादस्य विराजतो गिरितटे सेवां विवेकीनकाः. Okay, someone can read the translation. Okay, let me. Yeah. Rohini Mataji, go ahead. Synonyms.
Mataji synonym. Vaikuntat, than Vaikuntha, the spiritual world. Janita, because of birth. Vara, better. Madhupuri, the transcendental city known as Mathura. Tatrapi, superior to that. Rasa Utsavat, because of the performance of the Rasa Leela. Vrinda Aranyam, the forest of Vrindavan. Udarapani, of Lord Krishna. Ramanath, because of various kinds of loving pastimes. Tatra api, superior to that. Govardhana hill. Radha Kundam, a place called Radha Kunda. Iha api, superior to this. Gokula Pathe, of Krishna, the master of Gokula. Prema Amrita, with the nectar of divine love. Aplavanat, because of being overflooded. Kuryat, would do. Asya, of this Radha Kunda. Virajata, situated. Giritate, at the foot of Govardhan hill. Sevam, service. Viveki, who is intelligent. Na, not. Ka, who. Translation. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan, because of Krishna's Rasa Leela pastime. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prem of Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhan Hill? Purport. The spiritual world is 3/4 of the total creation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it is the most exalted region. The spiritual world is naturally superior to the material world. However, Mathura and the adjoining areas, although appearing in the material world, are considered superior to the spiritual world because the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself appeared at Mathura. The interior forests of Vrindavan are considered superior to Mathura because of the presence of the 12 forests, Dwadasha Vana, such as Talavana, Madhuvana, and Bahulavana, which are famous for the various pastimes of the Lord. Thus, the interior Vrindavan forest is considered superior to Mathura. But superior to these forests is the divine Govardhana hill, because Krishna lifted Govardhan hill like an umbrella, raising it with his lotus-like beautiful hand to protect his associates, the denizens of Vraja, from the torrential rains sent by the angry Indra, king of the demigods. It is also at Govardhan hill that Krishna tends the cows with his cowherd friends, and there also he had his rendezvous with his most beloved Sri Radha and engaged in loving pastimes with her. Radha Kunda at the foot of Govardhana is superior to all, because it is there that Lord of Krishna overflows. Love of Krishna overflows. Advanced devotees prefer to reside at the Radha Kunda because this place is the site of many memories of the eternal loving affairs between Krishna and Radha Rani, Rati Vilasa. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, it is stated that when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first visited the area of Brajabhumi, he could not at first find the location of Radha Kunda. This means that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually searching for the exact location of Radha Kunda. Finally, he found the holy spot, and there was a small pond there. He took his bath in that small pond and told his devotees that the actual Radha Kunda was situated there. Later, the pond was excavated by Lord Chaitanya's devotees, headed first by the 6 Goswamis, such as Rupa and Raghunatha Dasa. Presently, there is a large lake known as Radha Kunda there. Srila Rupa Goswami has given much stress to Radha Kunda because of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire to find it. Who then would give up Radha Kunda and try to reside elsewhere? No person with transcendental intelligence would do so. The importance of Radha Kunda, however, cannot be realized by other Vaishnava Sampradayas. Nor can persons uninterested in the devotional service of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understand the spiritual importance and divine nature of Radha Kunda. This Radha Kunda is mainly worshipped by the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the followers of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so we will close it. Okay, there's nothing much that I can, explain about this, right? So we only see that the most supermost place is Radha Kund, and devotees are generally advised not to stay in Radha Kund for a prolonged time, because we don't want to commit Vaishnava Aparadh, right? But at least theoretically, we should know that when we purify ourselves, right, this is where the acharyas who have completely purified themselves, this is the place that they want to reside. So that's what is given here, right? Mathura, and even better than Mathura, where Krishna was born, is Vrindavan Dham, where Krishna performed various leelas with the Gopas and the Gopis. And even better than Vrindavan is Govardhan, because the Lord personally lifted the Govardhan hill. And then at the foothills of Govardhan is Radha Kund, right? Simply by, and why is Radha Kund so important? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself personally discovered this Radha Kund, right? So in this way, followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so generally some people ask, why are we not chanting the Panchatattva mantra then? One, it does not take any offenses. But then why chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra at all? We just simply chant Panchatattva only, 108 times, one round. We do 16 rounds of Panchatattva mantra. Very wonderful idea. That's actually a very wonderful idea. But then we don't concoct. We only follow instructions, right? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told us that you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we don't indulge in mental speculation. We don't think that we become very intelligent and now, I will chant the Panchatattva mantra, right? We can chant the Panchatattva mantra many, many times. If we feel we are very disturbed and we are not able to focus on the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can chant Panchatattva mantra, one full round of Panchatattva mantra. But after that, we have to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And our minimum quota, we all know, is 16 rounds of chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But when we are disturbed, when we are not able to focus on the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then unknowingly we have committed some Vaishnava Aparadh, because of which we are not able to focus on the chanting, or whatever may be the reason. Maybe we had late night office, or because we may be very tired, so we just got up in the day and early morning Brahma Muhurta time, we're not able to chant. Something is disturbing us, we are disturbed, right? Something is affecting us, we're not able to focus on chanting, right? In that such scenario, we have to take shelter of Panchatattva, right? Panchatattva, they are, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is even more merciful than Krishna himself, right? Because Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahi Anya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent incarnation. So we simply follow his instructions. He is saying chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And the Acharyas have told us that Hare Krishna Mahamantra has got 10 offenses which we have to avoid. But there are no offenses considered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we chant, we take the mercy of Panchatattva mantra first by chanting we take the mercy of Panchatattva by chanting the Panchatattva mantra first, and then we chant every round at least once. We have to chant the Panchatattva mantra. I hope all of you all know that. And then we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 108 times. And that makes one round. And then we do minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And on days like this, Ekadashi, and there is also Ishwar Puri's Tirobhav Tithi. On days like this, disappearance day of Acharyas, appearance day of Acharyas, appearance day of the Lord himself, like Ramanavami, Gaura Purnima is soon coming in about 18 days. And on such days, Ekadashi Tithi, we chant more and more rounds. Like Prabhupada once said, there is a very nice poster also. If you Google, you will get it. Why only 25 rounds? Why not you chant? And Ekadashi means limiting the desires, limiting the needs of the body, and chanting Hare Krishna Mantra more and more. That was the importance that Prabhupada himself accorded to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And even if it is barred for us to actually go and stay in Radha Kund because we are offensive in our mind, right? What is said is, if we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 24 hours in a day, then we are already in Vrindavan consciousness. We are already in Radha Kund consciousness. We are already in Govardhan consciousness, right? When we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we are asking for confidential service to Shri Shri Radha and Krishna under the instructions of Guru and Gauranga. And all these confidential pastimes only take place in Radha Kund, Vrindavan and Govardhan, isn't it? So when we are asking for such service, then automatically in our consciousness, we are automatically there in Vrindavan Dham. We are automatically there in Radha Kund, right? So being in Radha Kund is more a bhava, or the consciousness with which we can eternally reside in Radha Kund. So in that way, that is a lesson that we learn as a conditioned soul. That is my only realization, because I don't know the glories of Radha Kund is very, very theoretical, right? We know the pastimes, all that is in the head only, right? So one day we may be able to realize the glory of Radha Kund. Until such time, what do we have to do? We just have to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with the mood of helplessness and complete surrender, praying that one day we'll be able to understand the glories of Radha Kund, right? So like I said, 9, 10 and 11, right? We'll just read, and then we will just we'll discuss 1 or 2 points which we as sadhaka need to practice, so that we may have this Vrindavan consciousness, right? So beyond that, there's nothing much that I can explain in this verse. So Grantraj, Shri Nectar of Instruction Ki Jai. So today is Thursday. Okay, so do we have the time? Okay, so let's see. We will try to see if we can also do the 10th verse. But first, let's do Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are discussing the important verses of chapter 8 of the Bhagavad Gita. Very, very important verse. The chapter itself is called Attaining the Supreme, right? Chapter 7 described the opulences. Chapter 7 described the knowledge, of how the Supreme Lord looks, right? So many illustrations, examples were given. And in this 8th chapter is Attaining the Supreme. How can we attain that Supreme Personality of Godhead? Right? Attaining Krishna means attaining Krishna Prema, attaining taste for hearing and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because we should always understand that it does not mean that we have to go back home, back to Godhead physically and be there. Only then we can attain Krishna Prema, right? Because Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Padma Patra Ivam Vasa. Being in the material world also, in our consciousness, we can be in, we can have Krishna Prema. We can exhibit Krishna Prema in our mood of service to Guru and Gauranga. So here, attaining the Supreme actually means attaining love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, attaining opportunities to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and actually performing that. And how do we do that? By always remembering Krishna, never forgetting Krishna. By doing that throughout our life, at the end of our life, we'll remember Krishna, and then we'll go back home, back to Godhead. But by remembering Krishna throughout our life also, we are actually in association with Lord Sri Krishna, like that. Okay, Manimala Mataji, go ahead. Let's read 8.5 of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Taji Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Antakale cha mave cha saranam smaranam muktam
Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshayah. Mataji, you can repeat after me. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Antakale cha mameva.
Antakale cha mave cha.
Antakale cha mameva.
Antakale cha maeva.
Smaran muktva kalevaram.
Param mukta kalevaram.
Yah prayati samadbhavam.
Yah prayati samadbhavam.
Yati nasti atra samshayah.
Yati nasta atra samshaya.
Yeah. Read the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Antakale, at the end of life, cha, also, mam, unto me, eva, smaran, remembering, muktam, quitting, kalevaram, the body, ya, he, who, prayati, goes, sa, he, madbhavam, my nature, yeti, achieves, not, yasti, there is, yatra, here, Shamsaya, doubt. And whoever at the time of death quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. Purport done by
Mataji, we'll only do the translation. So we will only discuss the verse because you have to complete all the important verses of chapter 8.
Okay,
so in this, Hare Krishna. So in this verse, what is Krishna saying? Right? Krishna is giving us the formula by which we can go back home, back to Godhead. So what are we supposed to do? Antakale cha mam eva. You have to simply remember Krishna at the time of death. Antakale cha mam. Mam means who's speaking. Mam means I. Right? Mam eva. That means whoever remembers me at the time of death. Right? Krishna is saying, right? Whoever remembers me at the time of death. Antakale cha mam eva. Smaran muktva. Smaran means to remember. Right? Mataji read the word to word meaning. Very nice. Right? Smaran muktva kalevaram. Ya prayati samadbhavam yati nasti atra samshayah. Right? Krishna is saying there is no doubt. If somebody is able to remember me at the time of death, right? That there itself, one very important thing is there, that by our own endeavor, we cannot remember Krishna at the time of death. Right? So that is why it is said that we practice remembrance of Krishna throughout our life. Right? At that time, if you are able to remember Krishna when we are healthy, when we are talking, when we are walking, when we are physically fit, if we train our tongue to always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if we train our mind to always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, train our ear to hear the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, train our eyes to see the beautiful forms of the Lord, Gaur Nitai, Jagannath Baldev, Subhadramaya, Sudarshanji, Balagopalji, right? And then our hands in actually performing arati for the Lord, decorating the Lord, performing abhishek for the Lord, and our legs in circumambulating the deities in the temple, right? Walking to the temple, etc., etc. So in this way, when we engage various senses in the service of the Lord, then what happens? Automatically, remembrance of the Lord is established in the heart. When remembrance of the Lord is established in the heart, when we are living, when we are healthy, then what happens? Krishna says, I will take the responsibility of enabling you to remember me at the time of death. Because it is said that millions of scorpions are actually biting a person. So much pain is experienced and the soul actually leaves the body. So hence one should not think that like Ajamil, right? Whatever we know the pastime of Ajamil, and sometimes people misinterpret the pastime also. They think that okay, I will do whatever I want. Like Ajamil, at the end of my life, I will just chant Krishna and I will go back home, back to Godhead. It's not so easy, right? Why did Ajamil get that benefit? Because he had practiced devotional service in the early part of his life. Secondly, because of the Lord's mercy, he named his son Narayan. Right? So without the will of the Lord, without the mercy of the Lord, we cannot think of the Lord at the time of death. So we are living in fool's paradise. If you are just thinking, I will do whatever I want in my life, at the time of death, I will think of Krishna. We cannot think of Krishna at the time of death by our own endeavor. Even for a devotee, it is not possible to think of Krishna at the time of death. But, if a person is sincerely practicing Krishna consciousness, then by the mercy of Krishna, a devotee will be able to definitely think of Lord Sri Krishna. But a devotee's endeavor minus Krishna's mercy, no chance. Devotee's endeavor and Krishna's mercy, right? You always remember Yashoda Maiya's, that Damodar Leela, right? Even the mother of the Lord needs the Lord's mercy to bind the Lord. And the Lord is always very, very merciful, right? So it is a lesson for us that the two robes too short was, one is the endeavor and the other is Lord's mercy. And the Lord is always merciful. If we want to go back to the Lord, if our desire is say one time, then the Lord's desire is 1,000 times for us to go back home, back to Godhead. And that is what is the Lord's mercy. So from our side, what we have to do, we cannot order the Lord. You have to ensure that I remember you. I've chanted 16 rounds every day, right? What is the quality of our chanting? Krishna only knows, right? So yet, what do we have to do? We have to simply endeavor and leave it to the mercy of the Lord. Whenever we get the mercy, we will go back home, back to Godhead like that. Okay, next verse, very, very important verse. Who will read? Moshmi Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Dhanavad Mataji. Yam yam vapi swaran bhavam.
Yang yang vapi smaran bhavam
Tyajya kalevaram.
Tang tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitah. The translation, the Supreme Godhead,
Supreme Personality of Godhead said,
the Supreme Personality of a Godhead said, whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, one, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
Yeah. So thank you, Mataji. So here, this verse is actually the explanation of the previous verse, right? So basically, Krishna is saying whatever state of whatever you think at the time of death, that state you will attain, right? And then he's already explaining that if you think of me, you will come to me. But if you've spent your entire life like cats and dogs fighting for something good to eat, something somewhere nice place to sleep, and defending our physical body, then we will only remember that at the time of death. And then according to our affinity and our desire, if we like to eat a lot, then we will get a nice pig's body where we can eat nicely the stool, and we think we are enjoying also, right? The pig does not think that, oh, why am I in the body of a pig, why can't I get, and if we give halwa to the pig also, the pig will say, no, I want stool only, because that only gives me enjoyment, right? That's how people are conditioned by the body that one obtains, right? People who are in tamoguna, right, they don't understand that, if I'm going to the bar and having alcohol, I'm going to lose control over myself, right? I may be just lying down on the road somewhere, right, without any control over myself, right? But yet every day they go there, right? And then maybe found in different places like that, right? But they think that is enjoyment. It is not that they think that, oh, why am I not able to give up? No, a person in rajoguna or tamoguna, right? A person in rajoguna, actually he thinks that I have to get the the best rank in the office, right? I have to be promoted. If there are 5 people considered for promotion, I have to get the promotion, right? Because that is going to give me enjoyment. What does he do? He works 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and then we are talking about that pastime, that story actually, which Radheshyam Prabhu says, right? One gains all the trouble and one gains the body pain, etc. Right? If one over endeavors like this person who was earning 25,000 and he was earning 48,000. Let's keep 45,000. Okay, the person was earning 45,000, and then the boss tells him, you just have to work 2 more hours. Right? The person was working from 9 to 8. Right? For example, he was working almost 11 hours, right? Or 9 to 7 maybe. Okay, he was working 10 hours. What does the boss tell him? Okay, just add 2 more hours, right? Just work from 9 to 9, right? I'll give you another 5,000 more. So round figure of 50,000 rupees. right? This man is excited, but still he goes and asks his wife. He asks his wife, right? I got this offer from my boss, but already I'm working for 10 hours. Do you think it is good that I work for 2 more hours and get 5,000 rupees more? And the wife says, yes, you should work from 9 to 9. You're getting 50,000 rupees. And then he agrees, and then from the next day onwards, he starts working 9 to 9. And then what happens? His sleep has got affected. He's working more and sitting more and looking at the screen more. He's got spondylitis now. He's got back pain now, etc. Because every day he's doing this, day in and day out, right? So what happened? He went to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Okay, you have to pay me 5,000 rupees fees along with the medicines and everything, right?" And then Radhesham Prabhu asked, "Did he gain anything?" Everybody said, "No, he didn't gain anything. He was earning 45,000. Now he is earning 50,000, but he's already given the 5,000 to the doctor. So he's not earned anything." But Radhesham Prabhu said, no, he earned the back pain, he earned the visits to the hospitals, he earned the pain of the injection, he earned all of this. So that is the what do you call, some people learn by seeing others going through trouble. Some people learn by experiencing. Okay, I've got some trouble. Next time I should not take up such an offer which makes me work for 24 hours, 12 hours. And then some people don't learn at all, right? Some people experience pain. Oh, I should not have taken up this job. 5,000. Next month, the boss says, I'll give you 5,000 more. Now you work for 14 hours. And you say, okay, I will work 14 hours. Right? That is a third kind of person. Right? Because what do we think? Why are we taking such decisions? Although we are undergoing so much of trouble. It is because that Rajoguna, that passion to earn more, the passion of more, having more comforts, more money at our disposal is actually making us take those decisions. So am I thinking that, oh, why I should accept it? No, we are jumping at the situation and we are thinking nobody else got the opportunity. Only I have got the opportunity to earn 5,000 rupees more, isn't it? So that is the pleasure of Rajoguna. So when we are put in a particular body according to our past desires, then we take decisions thinking that is only the best thing for us. But that need not be the best thing. Just like a pig eating stool, thinking that it is enjoying the stool like that. So what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, we have to, nobody is saying no to money, right? We all want to earn a lot of money. We want to donate to Krishna consciousness activities. So we are not renouncing anything, but then we want to maintain a proper balance between our material and spiritual life. If I'm able to work from 9 to 9, sleep at 9:30, and then get up in the morning at 4:30, finish my morning program by 7 o'clock, and then I get up and then I get myself fresh, I go and work, right? Then it's perfectly fine. If you're going to get more money, but you have to ensure that you don't fall sick, because falling sick means I cannot get up in the morning, I cannot chant during Brahma Muhurta time, I cannot sit and attend the class, because if all my time is going in rajasic activities, how can I prepare this PPT, how can I present this, how can I sell this, how can I market this? Then where is the time, where is the peace of mind to chant Hare Krishna, right? Hence we have to balance. There is no fixed black and white rule here, right? Whatever suits us, but what should be the main criteria? I should be able to practice my spiritual life very nicely, and if I'm able to get better salary, why not go for it? And then we know how to utilize, right? We earn with integrity and we spend with compassion, right? In that way we can always utilize everything in the service of the Lord. So ultimately we have to remember the Lord for at the time of death, and for that we have to remember the Lord throughout our life. For remembering the Lord throughout our life, we have to have a very, very strong morning program, which means you have to wake up in the morning, fresh mind, not a drowsy and lack of sleep, a kind of sleeping during Brahma Muhurta. No, we want to be fresh in the morning, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and engage in ABCD square formula given by Prabhupada. After doing this, whatever extra time we have, we can endeavor to earn more so that we can contribute more towards the society like that. Okay, let's move on to 8.7. Sindhu Mataji, go ahead. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam.
Pranam. 8.7. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhya cha mayarpita mano buddhet Mame Vaishya Samshayah. Supreme Personality of Godhead said, therefore, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time carry out your prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Right? Tasmat. Tasmat means conclusion. Therefore, Krishna is saying. Right? That means he's already given various reasons why we should always remember the Lord. What are the carrots, right, that we will get by remembering the Lord all the time? We will go at the end of this life back home, back to Godhead. And thereby, Krishna is concluding the discussion until thus far. What is he saying? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. In all time, kaleshu means time. And sarveshu means always. What are we supposed to do? Mam anusmara yuddhacha. So Krishna is saying, remember me and fight your battle. Perform your prescribed duty of fighting. Yuddhacha. Perform the battle. But remember me. Mam anusmara yuddhacha. So for a student, studying for the exam is the battle. For a person who's working in the office, going to the office and performing his duty is the battle. For a housewife, performing the cooking at home, offering the bhoga to the Lord, right? In spite of whether it is summer season, Prabhupada says in one lecture, right? In summer season, the peak period of May also, woman goes to the kitchen and prepares nice foodstuffs for the Lord, offers to the Lord and feeds the family. Right? So we have, whether we like it or not, right? It is nice that, we just sleep sleep during the winter till 10 o'clock. In the summer, we don't want to cook. So every day we go to the hotel, right? That's a very convenient life, but that is animalistic life, right? We will not get our desired success of Krishna Prema, right? So irrespective of whether we like it or not, we have to perform our duty. And what does Krishna say? What is the best way of performing our duty? Mam anusmara yuddhacha. For Arjuna, that is the duty. Fighting is the duty of Arjuna because he is a Kshatriya. But when you are fighting, remember me. Right? Does that mean that Arjuna is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare? I'm in the office, I'm preparing the PPT, I'm like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Then people around me will tell that I am mad. Isn't it? And Arjuna had to exhibit so much of anger when he's sending the bow and arrow. Right? He has to be angry. If he's chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then he's not focusing on the activity. So is Krishna saying that chant my names when you are doing other activity, don't focus? No, Krishna is saying Mam Anusmara Yuddhacha means we train our mind in such a way during the Brahma Muhurta time, become conscious of Krishna, and whatever result we produce of various activities, we offer it to Krishna. Right? Prabhupada actually talks about when a lady has a paramour. Right? What does she do? She does so much of all the activities at home in a pakka way. So the husband does not think, oh, she's so much perfect. She's so beautiful. She's doing all the activities of the home. She's taking care of me very nicely. Right? It's not that we should engage in adultery. No, that is not the point. Right? The point is when we are so focused with our goal, we will ensure that everything else is taken care of so that we can give dedicated effort to what is most important for us. Right? In this example, Prabhupada is giving us this example simply to understand that because this particular lady wants to serve and spend time with her paramour, what does she do? She does all the household work pakka before time so that she can spend this time with the paramour, right? And all of our paramour is who? Krishna. Krishna is the source of all of us, right? So we need to please Krishna. We need to have allocated time to serve, satisfy and please Krishna. So we have to arrange our other work, right? Of course, 9 to 6 is our office hours. Nobody's asking you to chant at that time, but you finish your 16 rounds minimum in the morning and you tell Krishna, now I'm going to leave for my battlefield. I'm going to go to my office. I'm going to go to my school. I'm going to go to the marketplace. I'm going to fight against Maya. So what do we need to do? We need to sufficiently armor ourselves, right? Arjuna was sufficiently armored, right? What is our armor? The chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, hearing of the Bhagavatam, hearing of Bhagavad Gita. All those things sufficiently armor us against the onslaughts of material nature, against the illusions of Maya. So in that way, when we come back in the evening, we thank the Lord. Thank you, Lord. You protected me against all of the onslaughts of Maya throughout the day. And then in the night, before going to sleep, we study one page of Krishna book. We sing one bhajan, whatever is enables us to connect with the Lord. And in that way, we think, okay, tomorrow morning, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever is our time to wake up. And then I will want to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Let me sleep for 6 to 7 hours. Let me rejuvenate myself. And then in this way, I will perform my morning sadhana and then go to the battle. So that all of us are fighting battle. It's not that only Arjuna has got a battle to fight. All of us are fighting our daily battles. What are we supposed to do? We have to sufficiently armor ourselves that Krishna consciousness, the consciousness of Krishna, remembrance of Krishna is there in the heart. Because we performed the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and Krishna will now take care of the entire day to ensure that we remember Krishna. Maya Arpita, dedicate all your activities unto me. Mano Buddhir, right? Throughout the day, we engaging our mind and intelligence to do so much of work, right? So dedicate your mind and intelligence, fix it on me. That fixation we are doing during the Brahma Murta time. And then Krishna guides us. Mata Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. Krishna will give us intelligence. How we can do our Swadharma, how we can perform our duty as a student, our duty as a person working in an organization, as a duty, our duty as a mother or as a daughter or as a daughter-in-law or as a son or a son-in-law or a grandfather or a father or whatever may be. Krishna will give us the intelligence, how we can perform our activities, fixing our mind on Krishna. And then Krishna will only tell us how we can attain Krishna without a doubt. So Krishna is giving us the formula. Krishna is giving us the intelligence, how we can apply that formula so that we can remember Krishna and go back home, back to Godhead. So what is required of us? What is required of us is to ensure that we have the armor in place, right? That means chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, performing ABCD square. That is our duty. The rest, everything will be taken care of by the Lord. And this is the concluding statement. Therefore, always think of me as you are performing your duties like that. Okay, let's move forward to the next verse. 8.7 and then 8.14. Who'll read? Sudha Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Dandavats. Hare Krishna.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ananya Cheta Satatam Yomam Smarati Nityashaha Tasyaham Sulabha Partha Nityayuktasya Yoginaha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. This Supreme Personality of Godhead said, for one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Pratha, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, Ananya Cheta, right? Krishna does not say that, okay, so you think of me only at one particular time. And then, morning 2 hours you chant. And the rest of the time, what do? You watch a TV serial, and then you watch cricket match. And then, you gossip, neighbors are there. What a whole day. What is this? Chanting Hare Krishna and doing our duty without attachment. What is this? Thoda to fun rehna chahiye na zindagi mein. Thoda gappe marne hai. Right? You go and gossip about others. What I can do. Talk about, what sari you purchased. What car you have, you got, how much salary increment you got, how one person got higher than the other. All that very interesting in life, isn't it? What like they say in Tamil, right? Vaik suvai and vayatthukku vinay, like that they say, right? Something is very, 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 very pungent and very spicy and all, right? We find it very tasty for the tongue, right? It's like, it is so passionate, it's burning my tongue, and I want more and more and more. But then what happens at the end of the day, when you're going to the washroom, you will realize, whatever is happening, it is burnt your entire body. When it comes out, it is burning, isn't it? So that passion, right? What is good, what we think is good for us, and we are spending so much time in it without understanding what the scriptures prescribe for us. It may seem enjoyment for us at that particular time, but it is doing so much of damage. Like as long as Radhanath Swami Maharaj talks about a good dog and a bad dog, right? Both the dogs are there within us, right? But the dog that we feed constantly, right? That is a dog which actually becomes so active and wild, and that sound only will fall into our ears. So if you're constantly listening to the bad dog, then we'll be performing all of these activities of sense gratification, thereby entangling ourselves more and more in this Maya. But if you listen to the good dog, right? If you listen to the good dog means, what is the good dog saying? We need to develop the qualities of humility, tolerance, patience, right? Perform our sadhana in the morning, whether or not we like it. Because we don't have the taste, we are like in we also studied that. I missed that in the summarization, right? So if we have jaundice, we cannot taste the sugarcane juice, right? But that does not mean I don't take sugarcane juice, because that is the medicine. So I don't have taste in chanting Hare Krishna, but I know that is the medicine for me to transcend myself from this situation of ignorance, passion that is running in my mind, right? So for which I have to remember Krishna. Yomam smarati nitya saha. Always remember me without deviation. How can we remember the Lord always? We are either performing our Sanatana Dharma or we are performing our Swadharma, both of which we are performing for the pleasure of the Lord, not to gain anything on my own. Because when I came to this world, did I bring anything? When I'm going to leave the body, when the soul leaves the body, am I going to take anything with me? Right? As long as I'm in this world, I'm utilizing the resources given by the Lord. I am creating, various things which I contribute to the society. Because the society is contributing so much towards my development. I contribute towards the society, I contribute towards the right cause. Towards ISKCON activities, towards Annadhan, towards Prasadam Dhan, right? More than Annadhan. We want to give Prasadam because that helps the person at the level of the soul, right? Then what happens? Tasyaham Sulabha Partha. I am very easy to obtain, Krishna is saying. Provided you follow this formula, perform your Swadharma, perform your Sanatana Dharma, armor yourself very nicely in the morning by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then what happens? You will attain me very easily. Sulabha. Nitya yuktasya yoginaha. Because you're always engaged in devotional service. Right? So Krishna did not ask Arjuna, you give up the battle, go and go to the forest and beg for alms. That's what Arjuna wanted to do. Arjuna said, I'll be doing that. But then what did Krishna say? No. As a Kshatriya, you'll always have this innate tendency to fight. You may go with a begging bowl, but when you go to 5 houses and you don't get anything, then the Kshatriya nature in you will make you want to fight and get food. Right? So don't artificially give up, but rather engage in your duty according to your guna, which is the passion, but utilize it in the service of the Lord. How? By protecting the people under you, by ruling the the Hastinapur or whatever is the Kshatriya's area of influence, right? And make your citizens also God conscious. So whenever there is a power, there is always responsibility attached to it, right? One cannot be powerful, one cannot be in a responsible position but have no responsibility. One cannot have power without the responsibility of utilizing that power properly in the service of the Lord. Responsibly means always in our constitutional position. Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishnera Nitya Das. That is the sum and substance of this particular verse. And then what Krishna says, easily such a person will come back to me. Sulabha Partha. Okay, let's move on. 8.15. Who will read? Okay, Sridhar Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam Mataji. Ma bhuyenta punarjanmam dukkhalaya saswatam na bhuvanti mahatmana samstitam paramam gata.
Samsiddhim paramam
gata. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead said, after attaining me, the great sound who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world, which is full of mysteries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Right. So this is what is the labeling done by Krishna of this material world. What is Krishna saying? This world is Dukhalayam and Ashashvatam. Right. Dukhalayam. Right. Pustakhalayam. What do we find? We find pustak. We will find books. So in Dukhalayam, what can we find? We will find only Dukha. But what are we trying to find? We are trying to find Sukha in Dukhalayam. That is the reason we are frustrated. Right? We want to achieve something, but which is not there only in this world. Krishna has told that this is Dukhalayam and this is Ashashvatam also. Right? That is why there is I think I've shared this story. Right? There is a ring. A king told his citizens, right? I want you all to give me one gift, by which when I'm happy I should become sad, and immediately when I see that gift, I should become sad. And when I'm sad, when I look at the gift, immediately I should become happy. Right? Everybody is confused. Oh, what is this? What should we give the king? Like that. But one person was very intelligent, right? He gave a ring to the king. In that, it was engraved, "This too shall pass." Right? So whenever the king was very happy, he will look at the ring and he will feel sad. Oh my God, my happiness time is soon going to end. Now I'm going to get misery. Right? And then when he was very sad, when he used to look at this, he'll think, he'll become happy, saying that this time of misery also will pass. Right? Krishna also says that in Bhagavad Gita. Matra sparshastha kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkada agama painu anitya stam sitikshashva bharata. Just like happiness, miseries come without asking for. We don't pray to the Lord like Kunti Maharani does, right? We don't pray that, okay, give me miseries. But miseries come of their own accord. Similarly, happiness also will come according to their own accord, according to our karmas, according to our previous karmas. So we need to tolerate both happiness and distress, knowing well that both are passing phase, right? None of which is permanent. So that's why Krishna is saying, Dukhalayam, there is always misery, and then Ashashvatam. That means for a temporary period, when the misery is not there, it will seem like happiness to us. But there is no actual happiness in this material world. Napnuvanti mahatmanaha siddhim paramam gataha. Right? Manapnuvanti mahatmana. Mahatmana means great souls. Right? When they reach me, then what happens? They don't have to go back to the material world. Some siddhim. Siddhim means you've attained the highest perfection. What is the highest perfection? Highest perfection is Krishna Prem. Highest perfection is going back to that spiritual world where there is no janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi, where there is no, kunta, there is no anxiety, there is no fear, there is no uncertainty, right? Because everybody is engaged in the service of the Lord and they're all completely protected by the Lord. But because we wanted to enjoy independently, we are in this material world and we are doing so much of kukarma. Kukarma means, all the things which are not prescribed in the Shastras. Yeah, Shastra vidmutsrijya vartate kamakarataha. Whatever we like, we are doing. Whatever our mind tells us, we are doing. Right? Vartate kamakarataha. Then what is it? Nasa sukham avapnoti na siddhim param gatim. Krishna says, if one acts according to one's mind, there is no perfection, there is no success, and there is no happiness. Even in this world, and your destination also will be very bad. Right? You will go lower, you will go into a lower destination because you are working according to what your mind tells you. The mind is the greatest culprit, right? But like they say, the mobile is a very good servant, but it is a very bad master. Because if you sit with the mobile with no clarity as to what I'm doing, we can just browse the mobile like this, and we can spend our entire 24 hours doing that. Right? But then when we have a clarity, then the mobile is our master. It's making us waste our time. Whereas if the mobile is a good servant, that means I know that for this 1 hour, I'm going to use my mobile to check the Veda-based verses. After this 1 hour, class is over, then I'm going to close the mobile and keep it on charge or whatever maybe. Keep it aside because there is no use for it. Then later on in the evening, I will maybe just look at some important messages, right? I heard that His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu, he sees the mobile for about 10-15 minutes, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once in the evening. And that is all. And that is the only time he will respond. And everybody else knows that this is the time that Radheshyam Prabhu will respond using the mobile. And most of us don't even have his number, right? Maybe we're very, very close servants of Radheshyam Prabhu may have his number or very close associates and friends. But they also know that Radheshyam Prabhu will only reply once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening. And that too only important messages, right? So in this way, if we make our mobile our servant, that I will utilize the mobile to satisfy my purpose, what is important for me, then it is a good servant. Similarly, the mind is a bad master. The mind will keep telling us, okay, you browse Facebook, then you go to YouTube, then you go to Instagram, then you go to Facebook. You know, 24 hours is not enough. Right? So many things are there, so many messages. Every second there is a message. Time is not enough. And we pray, my 24 hours went. I don't know how I spent my time. Right? Ekadashi cannot chant extra rounds. I could not even do my 16 rounds because I just picked up the mobile for the Bhagavad Gita class only. Right? Medhavini Sakhi Devi Dasi is to be blamed. I took to attend her class. After that, I was just checking my messages. And then I saw it is 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Then I'm just realizing it is 2 a.m. next day morning. I don't know. I did not done anything. Isn't it? So the mind is a very, very a bad master, but the mind, like the mobile, is a very, very nice servant, right? Because if the mind is within my intelligence is controlling the mind, then I will tell the mind, Bajahu Remana, Shri Nanda Nandana, Abhaya Charana Ravindare, engage in the service of the Lord. In that way, you will become fearless, right? Make garlands for the Lord, make some nice dresses for the Lord, decorate the Lord, do Abhishekam for the Lord, prepare nice bhoga, offer it to the Lord, honor Krishna Prasadam, all of that. If the mind is listening to me, then my destination for the future is well settled, isn't it? I have time for everything that is important, and I don't have time for everything that is not important for me, right? And I will dictate to my mind in such a way that the mind engages in those things that I ask the mind to do. Okay, let's move forward. Text number 8.16. Okay, Manasi Mataji, go ahead. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Abrahma Bhavanarloka Punaravartino Arjuna Mamupetya tu Kaunteya Punarjanma na Vidyate. Translation by Shri Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prabhupada. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attained to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, why is Krishna reiterating the same thing again and again? Hey, does Krishna think I'm a fool? Right? Why does he saying same thing? He already told in the previous verse. This is Dukhaliyam and Ashashvatam. So again he's saying, Brahma Gonaloka, you have to come back here. This place is full of misery. This place has got repeated birth and death. Why? Because we are Kalyuga Vasis. We are Manda, Sumanda, Matayo, Manda Bhagya, Upadrata. We are misguided. We are quarrelsome. We have no intelligence. And we are, Prayena Alpayusha Sabya, Kalavasmi Nugejana. Manda, Sumanda, Matayo, Manda Bhagya, Upadrata. We don't have any Bhagya. We are totally unfortunate being born in age of Kali. And then we have Prayena Alpayusha, right? Alpa Ayusha. That means we have very short lifetime. And then we are wasting our time. The short lifespan that we have, we are wasting the time also, right? So because of that, what Krishna is saying, Krishna is repeating the same thing again and again. What you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. Krishna is attracting us. Come back to my spiritual abode where there is no Dukhaliyam, which is not Dukhaliyam, which is not Ashashvatam. This is a place where, there is eternal existence and there is eternal happiness. Even if you go to Brahmaloka, you have to come back to this material world once you exhaust your pious credits. Punaravartino Arjuna. But if you come back to my abode, Mamupetya tu Kaunteya, Punarjanmana Vidyate. You will not have, again, you don't have to come back to this material world like that. Okay, last verse for the today. I think this is the last verse of 8th chapter. Yeah. Okay, 8.28. Okay, then Manasi Mataji just now read. Karpagavali Mataji, go ahead. And Agavani Mataji and Deval Mataji can read NOI. We still have some time, so let's do that. You can read NOI 10.
Thank you.
Okay, Karpagavali Mataji, go ahead. 8.28.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji.
Dandavats. Yes. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Vedesu yajnesu tapasu.
Mataji, you just repeat after me, Mataji. Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu chaiva.
Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu chaiva.
Dhaneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam.
Dhaneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam.
Atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva.
Atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva.
Yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam.
Yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Thank you, Mataji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from the studying of the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing the philosophical and putative activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end, he reaches the supreme eternal mode. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, right? Very wonderful. What is Krishna saying in the 28th verse? Vedeshu yajneshu tapasu chaiva dhaneshu yat punya phalam pradishtam. Simply like there is an example. If you have 500 rupee note, then 5 rupees, 50 rupees, all are included in 500, right? Similarly, if we have the opportunity to perform devotional service, then all of the results that is derived by studying of the Vedas, performing of yajnas, performing of tapa or austerities, everything we will get the benefit of doing all of that. Daneshu, performing charity, all of those benefits we will get simply by performing devotional service. Atyeti tat sarvam idam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti charyam. So, by simply performing devotional service, one attains the results of all the other activities, like studying of the Vedas, like performing yajnas, like performing austerity, performing charity, etc. And plus some more, right? 500 includes 5 and 50, but it's got something more. 50 does not have something of 5, but it's got something more. What is that more? Apart from that, devotional service not only gives us the benefit of performing yajna, tapa, dana, etc., but it also helps us reach the supreme eternal abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Having gone there, one need not come back to this material world. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Okay, so it is 1:48. Okay, we have some devotees who raise their hands also. Okay, let's go to NOI, right? We'll read about for 7 minutes. 1:55, we'll do one round of chanting Hare Krishna, and then we'll end our session, say by 2:05, right? It's nice to go 5 minutes this way, that way is always acceptable, isn't it? Indian Standard Time. Okay, so let me go to, let me open Nectar of Instruction now. Okay. Yeah, so let's go on to Nectar of Instruction, verse number 10. So this verse number 10 is going to talk about the glory of Radha Kund, like we already told, right? Mostly we will be reading this and Prabhupada's translation and purport, and in this way we'll try to see how we can apply those things in our life. Otherwise, not much of explanation can be given for these verses, especially 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so कर्मीभ्य परितो हरे प्रियतया व्यक्तिं ययुर्ज्ञानिनस् तेभ्यो ज्ञान विमुक्त भक्ति परमा प्रेमैकनिष्ठास्ततः तेभ्यस्था पशुपाल पंकज दृशस् ताभ्योऽपि सा राधिका प्रेष्टा तद्वदीयं तदीय सरसी ताम्नाश्रयेत् काकृति. Okay, Manasi Mataji, go ahead, read the synonyms. Did you read already, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Yes. Karma, than all the fruitive activities. Parita, in all respects. Hare, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Priyataya, because of being favored. Vyaktim, Yayu, it is said in the Shastra. Jnanina, those advanced in knowledge. Tebhyo, superior to them. Jnana Vimukta, liberated by knowledge. Bhakti Parama, those engaged in devotional service. Prema Eka Nishtha, those who have attained pure love of God. Tata, superior to them. Tebhya, better than them. Ta, they. Pashu, Phala, Pankaja, Drisha, the gopis who are always dependent on Krishna, the cowherd boy. Tabhya, above all of them. Api, certainly. Sa, she, Radhika, Srimati Radhika, Preshta, very dear. Tadvat, similarly, Tvam, this, Tadiya, Sarasi, her lake, Shri Radhakund, Tam, Radhakund, Na, not. Ashrayet would take shelter of Ka, who, Kriti, most fortunate. Translation by Shrupad, Jai Shrupad.
We'll just, ask other devotees. There are 3 more devotees who want to read. So here, word to word meaning is very, very, very clear. Right? Each word, Prabhupada has given, Pashupala Pankaj Drisha. It means the gopis are always dependent on Krishna. And Tadiya Sarasi, right? We were talking about Tadiya, right? In the morning also we were talking about Tadiya in the Brahma Murta program, right? Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnur Aradhanam param tasmat paradaram devi Tadiyanam samarchanam. Tadiyana means paraphernalia of the Lord, right? Associates of the Lord. So by serving the associates of the Lord, one actually pleases the Lord more than by directly serving the Lord. That's what we were discussing in the morning Brahma Murta program, isn't it? So here also we see the word tadiya. Tadiya means paraphernalia, right? What is paraphernalia? Paraphernalia means like if you're dressing the deities, then what you have the ornaments, when you're doing arati, then it's the the agarbatti, the deepa, the dupa, the diya, the bell. All of these are paraphernalia. That means they are assisting in performing that particular activity for the pleasure of the Lord. So here that is what is mentioned by Prabhupada in the meaning of this tadiya sarasi. That means her lake, right? What is Radharani is not different from Radha Kund, right? As much dear as Radharani is to Krishna, so much dear is Radha Kund also, as dear as Radha Kund to Krishna, right? Radharani is also as dear as Radha Kund to Krishna, right? In fact, Radha Kund is as dear as Radharani to Krishna, like that. Okay, translation. Let's move. Nagaveni Mataji, please unmute yourself. Nagaveni Mataji. Okay, Deval Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanut Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dhanut Pranam, yes.
Translation. In the Shastra, it is said that all types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life, is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, jnanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her Kund lake is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis. Who then will not reside at Radhakunda? And in a spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feelings, aprakrita bhava, render loving service to the divine couple, Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakaliya Leela, the eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radhakunda are the most fortunate people in the universe. Hare Krishna Mataji. Should I continue?
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. No, we'll ask Nav Kishori Mataji to read. So here, aprakrita bhava. Prakrita means having some material motives. While you're doing chanting also, sometimes we think that what additional benefit can I get, right? Because we are not able to perceive the bliss in chanting Hare Krishna. So we think that, if something tangible, sometimes, we want some desires to be fulfilled. We chant Hare Krishna mantra, and then we want, either, we should get good marks in an exam, or we may think that, I should get promotion, I should get salary, I should get a high increment, whatever may be, right? That is prakrita bhava. Prakrita bhava means attaching something material even to the spiritual practices. So that's why here Prabhupada is talking about prakrita bhava. Prakrita bhava means materialistic tendency. Aprakrita bhava means being completely spiritual. That is, I don't want na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. Kavitamba Jagadisha Kamiye. Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahitukitve. I simply want to execute devotional service for the pleasure of the Lord. Such kind of people only can live in Radhakund. The rest of us, whether we are in Bombay or Calcutta or Chennai or Dubai or US, wherever we are situated, we are trying to develop the bhava of those devotees who are in Vrindavan Dham. Okay, purport. Nav Kishori Mataji, go ahead. Sarva Gopeshwari Mataji and then Nagavani Mataji. We'll end with that. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam Mataji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. To the present moment, almost everyone is engaged in some kind of productive activity. Those who are desirous of gaining material profit by working are called karmis or fruitive workers. All living entities within this material world have come under the spell of Maya. This is described in the Vishnu Purana 6.7.1. Vishnu
voice is breaking. Yeah. Vishnu Shakti Para Prokta Kshetrajñakya Tata Para Avidya Karma Samnyanya Tritiya Shakti Rishyate. Sages have divided.
Yes, ma'am. Sages have divided the energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead into three categories, namely the spiritual energy, marginal energy, and material energy. The material energy is considered to be the third class energy, Tritiya Shakti. Those living beings within the jurisdiction of the material energy, sometimes energy themselves like dogs and hogs in working very hard simply for sense gratification. However, in this life or after executing pious activities in the next life, some karmis become strongly attracted to performing various kinds of sacrifice mentioned in the Vedas. Thus, on the strength of their pious merit, injunctions are elevated to the moon and planets above the moon. As mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita 9.21, Kshine Punye Mratya Lokam Visanti. After exhausting the results of their so-called pious activities, they again return to the earth, which is called Mritya
Martyaloka.
Loka. Mritiloka, the place of death. Although such persons may be elevated to the heavenly planet by their pious activities, and although they may enjoy life there for many thousands of years, they nonetheless must return to this planet when the results of their pious activities are exhausted. This is the portion of.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Hari Hari. Thank you so much. Right? Kshine
Dandavat.
Punya Lokam Vishanti. Right? Kshine Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti means once the punya gets exhausted, then Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna. In Bhagavad Gita also we studied that only. Kshine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. Martya Loka or Bhuloka. Right? This is a Martya Loka. Why is it called Martya Loka? Because there is death happening. Right? At every second we see somebody or the other is dying and somebody or the other is getting born in this material world, right? It's a continuous process. It is going on like that, right? So as we do a lot of pious activities, we acquire pious credits. Because of those pious credits, what do? We go to the Brahmaloka, we go to heavenly planets, we go to Indraloka, we go to Janaloka, Tapaloka, etc. Very nice, right? Where we have a lot of siddhis, become smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, everything very nice. But then what happens once we exhaust our pious credits, right? Then what happens? We come back to this material world. Kshine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. Vishanti means to enter. We will enter back into this material world after our pious credits, because of which we have gone either to the heavenly planets or to the Brahmaloka or to the Janaloka or Tapaloka or wherever we have gone. We will have to again come back to this material world where we will again incur future karmas. The exhaustion of karmas happen in the other planetary systems, but in Bhuloka only we actually create our karmas, right? So that's what Prabhupada is mentioning here. Although such persons may be elevated to the heavenly planets, they may enjoy for thousands of years, but then finally after enjoying, they have to, once their pious credits are exhausted, they have to come back to this Martya Loka, enter into Vishanti, like that. Okay, okay, let's do the last paragraph now. Sarva Gopishwari Mataji. Hema Mataji. Okay, now let's read half paragraph. Both of you can read. Okay, is it okay? Can you see the screen? What is being shown? Yeah. 1 second. What happened? Yeah. So this is the position of all karmis. What is the position? Enjoy, go to the heavenly planets, exhaust the credits, come back to the material world. This is the cycle that we are all undergoing. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, and Vyadhi. Go to the higher planets, enjoy, come back, and suffer. Like that. Okay, Sarva Gopishri Mataji, go ahead quickly.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. This is the position of all karmis, including those who act piously and those who act impiously. On this planet, we find many businessmen, politicians, and others who are simply interested in material happiness. They attempt to earn money by all means, not considering whether their such means are pious or impious. Such people are called karmis or gross materialists. Among the karmis are some vikramis, people who act without the guidance of Vedic knowledge. Those who act on the basis of Vedic knowledge perform sacrifice for the satisfaction of the Lord Vishnu and to receive benedictions from him. In this way, they are elevated to higher planetary systems. Such karmis are superior to the vikramis. for they are faithful to the directions of the Vedas and are certainly dear to Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita 4.11, Krishna said, Ye yatamam prapatyante tam tataiva bhajami aham. In whatever way one surrenders unto me, I reward him accordingly. Krishna is so kind that he fulfilled the desires of the karmis and the jnanis, not to speak of the bhaktas. Although the karmis are sometimes elevated to the higher planetary system, as long as they remain attached to the fruitive activities, they must accept the new material bodies after death. If one acts piously, he can attain new body among the demigods in the higher planetary system, or he may attain some other position with which he can enjoy higher standard of material happiness. On the other hand, those who are engaged in the impious activities are degraded to take birth as animals, trees, and plants. Thus, those fruitive actors who do not care for the Vedic directions, Vikramis, are not appreciated by learned saintly person. As stated
Hare
in the
Krishna.
Srimad
Thank you,
Bhagavatam.
Mataji. Hari
Hare
Bol.
Krishna,
Yeah.
Chandra.
So we will, yeah. Thank you, Mataji. So here, the three kinds of activities are described: karma, vikarma, and akarma. Even those who perform karma, we saw, right? Shine punye martya lokam vishanti. Such people also come back to this material world after exhausting their pious credits. What to talk of vikarma? Vikarma means they go down to the lower planets, right? Once they suffer for their impious activities, then what happens? They will again come to the earthly planet now to generate fresh karmas, whether it is vikarma or whether it is karma. Then according to that, they will either go up or they will come down, right? The cycle is always there. Either you go up and it's like a what do you call Ferris wheel, right? You go up and then you come down and then you go up and you come down, but only when you come to the ground, basically you will be able to get down, right? Until such time you're just revolving around your the results of various activities, which is either vikarma or which is either karma. So that is why a devotee only wants to perform karma activities. Okay, last who will read? Sarvagopishni Mataji already read. Nagavini Mataji, go ahead. Last as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Are you able to unmute? Okay, Hema Mataji, go ahead. Last.
माताजी आप टाइम हरे कृष्णा माताजी एक सेकंड तो दो माताजी अनम्यूट करने के लिए
हाँ
हरे
माताजी,
कृष्णा
सक्सेसफुली अनम्यूट कर दिया आपने एकादशी की शुभ अवसर पे।
2 मिनट तो 2 सेकंड तो दे दो मुझे
प्लीज रीड माताजी as Srimad Bhagavatam.
Where माताजी from
as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.4. नूनं प्रमतः कुरुते विकर्म यदिन्द्रिया प्रीतया प्रणोति न साधु मन्ये यत आत्मनोऽयम् असन् अपि क्लेशद आस देहः. Materialists
who work and who work hard like dogs and hogs simply for sense gratification are actually mad. They simply perform all kinds of abominable activities simply for sense gratification. Materialistic activities are not for all worthy of an intelligent man. For as result of such activities, one gets a material body, which is full of misery. The purpose of human life is to get out of the threshold miserable condition. Prefold miserable conditions, which are concomitant with material existence. Unfortunately,
Haribol, thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So here the threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries? Right? The threefold miseries are adhyatmic, adhibhautik, and adhidaivik. Right? Sometimes we think that we are so happy in this world. We don't realize that all the time our body and mind is causing a trouble. Right? Sometimes the body is paining. Sometimes there is headache. Sometimes, right after the session, I will not be able to even immediately get up. Also, my left leg is already numb, right? It's giving so much of problem, and our mind also troubles us a lot, right? Unnecessary thoughts, anxiety, fear of the unknown, etc. Right? So the mind and the body are giving us a lot of trouble. That is adhyatmic. Adhibhautik means caused by other living entities, right? Some people shout at us, some people sometimes beat us, or some people, do some harm to us, or even the mosquito is coming and biting us, adi bhautik, right? Caused by other living entities, trouble caused by other living entities. And then adi devik is our coronavirus, COVID. 2 years we were sitting at home. If we wanted to go out, we were not used to sitting at home. But then what happened? We had to sit at home, right? And then this famine, flood, fire, etc. takes place, right? No control on all of that, right? That is when we realize that we are completely under the control of the external environment, right? Whether it is adi bhautik kleshas, adi adhyatmik kleshas, or adi devik kleshas. So those are the threefold miseries that are specified in this particular paragraph by Prabhupada. Okay, so and then what else is Prabhupada saying? They are all concomitant with material existence. That means as long as we are in this material world, as long as we are living a life of cats and dogs, that means eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. What is that? Ahar nitya bhayam aitunam cha samani mekam pashubir narana. But if you don't do dharmo eko adhiko vishesho, that means I don't understand what is my dharma as a human being. Dharma of a human being is to serve. Right? Not serve Maya, not serve mind, but serve the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Dharmo eko adhiko vishesho, dharmen hinam pashubir samanam. If we don't do service to the right people in our life, then what happens? We are equal to animals. And as long as we are in this material world working like animals, what happens? We are subject to this threefold miserable conditions. Okay. Okay, now who will read? Hema Mataji, go ahead. Just complete this paragraph. Unfortunately, fruit workers. Okay, one of you can read. Anyone is reading? Okay, let me read quickly.
I will read, Mataji. I will read.
Please. Go ahead.
From where?
The purpose of human life. Hema Mataji, are you able to unmute yourself?
The purpose of human life is to get out
Thank
of.
you. You already read. Let's give a chance to Hema Mataji. Okay, Mataji. Yes. Go ahead, Hema Mataji.
Getting on. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, from where is it, Mataji? Sorry, Mataji.
The purpose of human life is to. Yeah, the purpose of human life is to get out of
the threefold miserable conditions which are contaminated with material existence. Unfortunately, fruitive workers are mad to earn money and acquire temporary material comforts by all means. Therefore, they risk being added to lower species of life. Materialists foolishly make many plans to become happy in this material world. They do not stop to consider that they will live only for a certain number of years, out of which they must spend the major portion acquiring money for same sense gratification. Ultimately, such activities end in death. Materialists do not consider that after giving up the body, they may become embodied as lower animals, plants, or trees. Thus, all their activities simply defeat the purpose of life. Not only are they born ignorant, but they act on the platform of ignorance, thinking that they are getting material in the shape of skyscraper, building big cars, honorable positions, and so on. The materialists do not know that in the next life they will be regarded and that all their activities simply serve as parabhava, their defeat. This is the Vedic of Bhagavatam 5.55 Parabhav Tatvat Abhodha.
Parabhavastavat abodha jataha. Okay, thank you, Mataji. So, here Prabhupada is talking about if we spend our entire life in doing things which are only going to benefit the body, we are not doing things that will benefit our soul. Then what happens? All of those results that we get, whether it is a 5 BHK bungalow or whether it is a a well-paid job, whether it is a nice wife or a nice husband or whatever we may have, right? All of it will be shrama eva hi kevalam, because all of the benefits that we will accrue by such activities will die with the body. And then in our next life, if we've been neglectful of our spiritual life, then we are not even sure if we will be getting a human body. Right? Para bhava. That means we are, by our activities, we are ensuring that we will get defeated. But we can plan our activities in such a way that at least we will be born as human beings in our next life, if not perfect our lives in this time. Right? And that formula is also given by Krishna. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayona vidyate swalpam apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bayat. The greatest fear is to not even get a human body in our next life. Right? But Krishna says, if you engage in devotional service, and this devotional service has got no diminution or loss. Neha vikramanasha. There is no nasha and there is no diminution. Pratyavayona vidyate swalpam apiyasya dharmasya. Even a little bit of devotional service, if it has been done, that can protect one from the greatest type of fear. Yeah. So with this, we will end. Rohini Mataji, please note where we start from. One should therefore be eager to understand verse number NOI 10, and then Bhagavad Gita enemy will continue as per where we left yesterday. Okay. So Granth Raj, Nectar of Instruction ki jai. Now I will request all the devotees to kindly switch on your cameras. I can see Rohini Mataji, I can see Maushmi Mataji, Monimala Mataji, Nagaveni Mataji, and Nagaveni Mataji I can't see. I can see her virtual hand only. Okay, Mala Mataji, Lata Swami Mataji, Vijayalakshmi Priya Mataji. Vijayalakshmi Priya Mataji switching on her camera. Everybody should switch on the camera. Because Vijayalakshmi Mataji is in Canada. It is 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning. Right, Mataji? It is 2 a.m. in the morning for Mataji, right? So we draw inspiration from Vijayalakshmi Priya Mataji and thank her for giving us her association every time for all the sessions. When I see you, I get very, very inspired. So thank you very much for inspiring me. So we will now chant one round of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and we will time our round, right? So I was hearing a class wherein they say that we should clock 5.5 minutes to 7 minutes per round. We are taking more than 7 minutes. It is not something to be very happy about. Why? Because our mind is wandering, right? One devotee actually told me, I take 10 minutes for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? And then what happens? Our rounds get delayed. It's not something to be happy about that I'm chanting one round for a long time. But it actually means that we are thinking of so many things and we are not bringing the mind back to chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And if you are taking less than 5 minutes, that means that's how we are chanting. That means we are not chanting properly each of the word of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is the reason what we will do now. We will chant one round and we will time this round. What I do actually is I have an app wherein I will record the chanting. So when we record the chanting, then what happens? The timing of the round is also there. So later in the day, in the afternoon, when you're doing chanting in the Brahma Murta, we record this and then we don't hear it at that time, right? Because our priority is to complete our round during Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the Brahma Murta time. So later in the afternoon, when we are done, that time what we should do, we should play our recording of the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra to check two things. One, if I'm taking 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes is on the lower side actually, right? 5 minutes also is risky time actually. We have to check whether we are properly chanting. One is whether we are chanting 108 times. We should check that. Otherwise, you're skipping the beats. Although pronunciation is very good. That's one thing. Or second thing is, we are not even pronouncing Hare Hare of the end of the Mahamantra. So these two things we can check as we play our recording, right? And we know if you are taking less than 5 minutes, we are not chanting properly. We are not pronouncing each word properly. And if you are chanting, which is taking way beyond 7 minutes, then we are daydreaming. We are not focusing on the Mahamantra. So both are bad, right? If you take more time, it is not good, okay? So let's all chant. I'm just recording for myself also. And devotees who want to record also may do so. And then please don't share your recording with me, right? Some of the devotees, they shared their recording. I'm not hearing your recording. It is for self-introspection. We check our own chanting to check if how many minutes I'm taking. One round to check, it hardly takes 6 minutes, 7 minutes. We check whether we are actually chanting 108 times. Is my pronunciation okay? What I heard, is it the full Hare Krishna Mahamantra? That is what it is. All right. So let's now chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Switch on the recording and devotees can switch on your cameras because we want to sit in a proper posture with a proper prayerful mood, with proper pronunciation and for the pleasure of the Lord on the auspicious occasion of Ekadashi, we are doing congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is called Japa meditation. Complete focus. Next 6 minutes. Everything else, whatever work we have to do, right? We keep it aside and then let's try to chant. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I finished my round. Who all have finished? You can raise your hand. Who all have finished your round by this time? Okay. 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 All right. So those who have not yet finished, you can continue. If you're recording it, you may do so. And later on, check your recording also. Even I will do that after the session. So when we are doing this, what happens? We actually check our chanting, whether we are actually chanting 108 rounds. 108 times in one round, and also if our pronunciation is correct, like that. Okay. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So everyone can unmute themselves now. In case anyone has any queries or want to share any realizations or anything, or you may share so now. Otherwise, we'll meet tomorrow morning for our Brahma Murta chant. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, yesterday I have distributed 17 Krishna books.
17 Krishna book?
Yeah.
Hare Bol. So where did you do it?
Yesterday I had gone to Vashi. There was a get together, and I took all the Krishna books, 17 Krishna books, and I gifted everybody.
You gifted, or you took some Lakshmi for the books?
No. I gifted them.
Okay. So the better than gifting, you can maybe give it as at a discount, See, because why Prabhupada says that we need to get at least some Lakshmi from the person we are giving, because they will attach value to it only when they pay something for it. Otherwise, if you get some free gift, Haribol. Ellaru chapter. Okay. Right. Sorry. So what I was saying, we should not give it free, because but generally when we get something free, right, we will not value that, isn't it? So that's the reason we should to a person who is interested, of course, Shastra Dhan is there, and we can, if somebody cannot afford, we give it to them at a very nominal price, but something at least you have to take, so that person has, feels that, okay, I've got something, right, of my own accord, right? It's not being thrust on me like that. So that is my limited understanding. So in this way, we should try to get something at least, a very small amount is okay, but yeah, something like that. Okay, now Moniwala Mataji, what is it? You want to share something? Or was it for reading? Okay, I think it was for reading. Okay, Nagavini Mataji already. Okay, then our what is Sarva Gopishni Mataji? You want to share something? Okay, fine. Hare Krishna.
I have completed chanting in your 6 minutes or so. That's why is my hand.
Nice. So you can record, Mataji. So you can play back your chanting also, right? One is the time, one is the quality of the chanting, and one is about doing 108 times in one round, right? All the three will get checked if you are recording and playing back our chanting. Okay, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji.
All right.
Thank you. Hari Bol.
So wishing all of you very, very happy Ekadashi. I hope all of you have joined the Ekadashi Sankalpa group as well as the festival preparation of consciousness group. And please post your Sankalpa, please post your rounds chanted, and please mark a thumbs up. I'm just going to do that. That Ajani Lambita Bhujo, that verse, I'm going to put it in the festival group. So please mark a thumbs up after you read it 3 times a day. Right? In the next 3 days, you want to memorize that verse. All right? Hare Krishna. Happy Ekadashi to all of you. Vijay Ekadashi Mahamahotsava ki jai. Shri Ishwara Puri Tiruva Mahamahotsava ki jai. Ananta Koji Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.